In India today, you can find a tired laborer chugging a 20 rupee plastic bottle of energy drink to get through a shift. On the other side of town, an urban gym goer sips from an imported can that costs 5 times as much. Before 2017, this choice didn't exist. The Indian energy drink market was a one-brand category, with Red Bull holding an undisputed 75% market share. Red Bull sold its 250-milliliter cans for 100 rupees. They positioned the product as a symbol of elite status, using Formula One and extreme sports to target young professionals and students. Early attempts to compete, like Coca-Cola's Shock or PepsiCo's Sobe, were pulled from shelves within years. These failures reinforced the idea that energy drinks were strictly luxury items. Entering this sector meant facing a global giant that had already spent decades defining the category through expensive, exclusive branding. By 2016, PepsiCo was facing declining market share in its core Indian brands. The company needed a new category to offset these losses. In 2016, the FSSAI introduced strict regulations capping caffeine at 300 milligrams per liter and requiring specific health warnings on every label. These rules forced dozens of smaller, non-compliant regional players out of the market, creating a sudden opening in the lower-priced segment. PepsiCo responded by acquiring the rights to Sting, a brand originally developed by the American firm Rockstar Energy. Rockstar had already tested Sting in the Philippines and Vietnam, highly price-sensitive markets where working-class consumers prioritize immediate value. PepsiCo recognized that India's economic structure mirrored these Southeast Asian markets, allowing them to import a pre-tested, value-driven formula. In 2017, Sting arrived in India in 250-milliliter cans, priced at 50 rupees. It was marketed as a slightly more affordable alternative to Red Bull. The strategy struggled for 2 years. For most Indian consumers, 50 rupees for a small can was still an occasional splurge rather than a daily habit. In 2020, PepsiCo moved away from the premium aluminum aesthetic entirely. They switched to locally manufactured PET plastic bottles and dropped the price to 20 rupees. Removing the premium packaging completely turned the energy drink from a status symbol into a standard consumer commodity. While Red Bull relied on expensive imported cans, Sting was produced locally through Varun Beverages, PepsiCo's established bottling partner. PepsiCo used its distribution network to place Sting in 2 million retail points, including small village kirana stores and roadside stalls. The sales volume reflects this reach. In 2021, Sting sold 2.3 crore bottles. By 2023, that number grew to 11 crore bottles. Within 4 years, the market structure flipped. Red Bull's share fell to 7%, while Sting captured 90% of the category. Only after securing this retail dominance did PepsiCo invest in celebrity endorsements, hiring Akshay Kumar to lead a mainstream marketing push. Success came through a localized supply chain that allowed the product to reach a consumer base the global import model couldn't serve. As the 20-rupee bottle became a common sight, it faced a cultural backlash. Urban critics often dismissed it as a low-status product or a poor man's alternative. The actual consumer base driving Sting's growth consists of daily wage laborers, rickshaw pullers, and construction workers. For 20 rupees, these workers get the chemical energy needed to sustain manual labor in intense physical conditions. The social stigma ignores the drink's primary function as an affordable fuel for a demographic that prioritizes utility over status. Because of the price and the bright coloring, many assume Sting is significantly more harmful than its premium competitors. The data shows a different reality. A 250-milliliter serving of Sting has 72 milligrams of caffeine, while Red Bull has 80. They're functionally identical. For sugar, Sting has 6.8 grams per 100 milliliters, while Red Bull has 11. The cheaper product is actually less sweet. The primary health concern stems from accessibility. Because it costs 20 rupees, the risk of overconsumption is higher than it is for more expensive alternatives. Sting's trajectory shows that in a developing economy, solving a physical need for the masses can outweigh the appeal of an elite lifestyle brand.